Here we are again. And a warm welcome to one and all. If this is your first time here, very tired, scruffy trader, because it's currently 6:10 and I've hardly had any kip. Been a little of a long night last night, getting all excited for going away on Thursday, and why not? So what are we doing? Why am I up at this ridiculous time in the morning? Well, I'm doing a series called Morningstar. And the idea is to show you an account kind of being built from the ground up, from small humble beginnings. I started it last month, 350. We have drawn some money out, which enables us to have a little treat. And then this month, we started with a bigger balance, and then we're just going to keep rinsing and repeating the process. That's the general idea. So if you like that, you want to see trading in the real world and not la la land, do click that subscribe button. If you get value out of the videos, do smash the like. It genuinely helps and motivates me to do more of this. And if you want to see future updates, drop in the description and find my Twitter feed. You'll also find some good discounts of various platforms in there as well. So let us crack on. What are we looking at? Oh, I tell you what I look at. I look at her because she kept me up all night last night. Isn't that right? It's a coffee for me.
It did for you.
Oh, fantastic. Because we all know Scruffy likes a coffee. And he certainly does this time in the morning. He likes Winky as well. Although, all she wanted to do last night was talk. Typical woman. Chat, 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 chat. What do you think about this? I'm going to do that. And then after a while, it was like, woo, 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 woo. That's all I heard because I was in La La Land. I was sleeping, and that's the only La La Land I live in. Right. So, let's crack on. What are we doing? Where are we at? Okay. Starting balance. Started 391. We increased it yesterday by 1.2. Wasn't a great deal. Could have been better. I didn't do 10 pips yesterday. So I'm not going to move the bid size up because that's one of the rules. Try not to stress the account. So I have certain criteria that I use before I increase the bid size. And this is another thing. If you're swinging for the fences all the time or you're stressing the account, you're going to find you have no account because you'll just blow it. It's that simple. But what I'm doing is just a methodical move through. Now, I know the figures don't look big, but everything has to start somewhere and you have to slowly grow it. If you're looking for fast money, because I get messages, easily 10 to 15 messages every day, and they're all the same. They just want fast money. They think this is easy and they're seeing the latest shiny bollocks that somebody's selling, and they think they're going to sort of quit that job in a week and all of this. It's not going to happen, guys. It doesn't happen. And especially if you're relatively new to it, because it looks easy, but it's not. You know, the charts are. In fact, the charts are really easy. The strategy's simple. I use relatively simple strategies. And this particular one, Morningstar, is about as simple as it gets. It's multi-time frame. It gives you a direction on one, and it gives you an entry on one. It is that simple. You know, it's a nice, easy strategy, but it's relying on the volatility of the morning as the markets are waking up and starting to position themselves. And it's quite good for that. My main strategy, which is zone to zone, again, is very, very simple. You know, and then my swing trading, which is a trend based, again, is simple. And there's a key word with all of that: simple. The more simple it is, the easier it is, because you can recognize the conditions without trying to be an economist. because none of us actually know what's happening behind. You can see an order book, you know, doesn't mean to say you understand what it is. And it's like looking at a strength. A lot of the time when something is really strong, doesn't mean to say it's going to continue. Could be actually at its peak, but it's perception. It's how you read it. And because you don't know how you read it, you don't know the full facts, what's the point? For me, it isn't. I'm a technical trader. I trade what I see. And if there's a news event coming and I happen to be going in the market, I just stay out of it. Why? Because I don't know it. Common sense. Anyway, that was that. Let's have a look at these charts. Because we are now on the 5th of April. We are 396.37. I'll let you see the other videos about the way that I do risk and investment, because it is slightly different. And, well, I do it from a business point of view, not from a gambler's point of view, which is the way you're taught. So, different way of thinking. And I will be on cable this morning and looking at it. Let's have a look, because I also stick with a single direction. Oh. It looks to the long side, but it could be any call. I'm going to go long. I am relatively okay this morning, even though I do feel knackered. Yeah. Okay, I'll have to look at that a little bit further, a little bit deeper, I think. Okay. What we're looking at? Well, if we look at the bigger picture, it's sitting in the middle. So it's actually at a pivot point. And that is there, right on that. So it could actually go either way. So I'll need to dig into this. But looking at it, it looks like the pressure is to the upper side. So I just need to drill in, find myself an entry, and see if I can get my 10 pips before 8 o'clock this morning. Okay, let me run this out, and I'll come back at the end and give you a little rough update of what I was doing. Drop the clanger, guys. I've just told you all about the bloody trade. And I switch the bloody camera. Damn. Let me nip that back. Too early in the morning. This is ridiculous. I am sick of getting up at 6 and, well, it's not 6, it's actually 5:20 when I get up. Anyway, let me pop this back. Christ. I killed it off on this candle. Why? Because I saw it reversing and I have a small balance. So I need to protect the account. But I achieved what I need to achieve, which is £8.45. So if I flick this over to the sheet, there we go there. I'd already pre-populated it in. And I had been changing it slightly because I was talking about the targets. Now the initial target is a main goal of a 700 balance, but we started with that this month, so it actually reduced my goal kind of going forward to this, which is working out at 712 a day. So we are achieving that based on 10 pips. Now, because we've done our 10 pips today, we can increase for tomorrow what we're going to be doing. And we've also increased the pot by 2%. That, by anybody's measure, is good. And I know you look at it and you think, it's only 8 quid. It's 8 quid more than I had when I started this morning. And that's the way I look at things. I don't look at it to swing at the fences and be Billy Big Bollocks. I just look to grow and outperform the bank every day, because that's what we do as traders. That is our job. What we're trying to achieve is not fast money, good money. And that's the key. Good money. And good money is where it's controlled and not gambled. And it is progressive, systematic. Boom, 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 boom. Now, you can listen to all the Lambo boys, or girls for that matter, because I've noticed there's a lot of girls coming onto YouTube, and they all have big channels, probably like the female attraction thing. They're absolutely useless, but they do have big channels. But what I'll say is, when it comes to trading, don't be dazzled by glossy videos or the latest shiny bollocks saying, oh, I've developed this system and my friend now earns 40,000 a month flying around on his jet ski. And I'm only 19 or 18. Well, actually, he looks about 12 actually. What a load of ropey bollocks. Don't be sucked in by it, guys. Trading is very hard. It's very hard on the mind. The chart is very simple, but you need to plan them. That's why you see my journals all the time. Those journals are probably more important to me than the strategy. And that one will scratch your head, because the first thing I wake up to every single day, and it is, I get on average for my opening between 10 and 15 emails every morning.
No way!
And God knows how many messages on WhatsApp and sort of direct messages. And I answer every one of them. I don't ignore anybody. I answer every single one of them. But the opening line is, Norm, and it's the same across the board. Oh, I'm struggling with trade, and I've done it for 6 months, and I just need your strategy. No, you don't. What you need is mindset. And that mindset will help you apply a strategy.
Are you serious?
It isn't the other way around. The strategy is the last part of the puzzle. So you need to understand yourself, because I was asked the other day, it was seen one of the comments on 5%'s Facebook. There was a bit of a discussion, and I'll often be devil's advocate, and I'll ask some of the questions, because you do see a lot of shiny bollocks. Some people like it, some people don't. But what I'm trying to do is speak from experience. And you can have the best newfangled shiny bollocks in the world, but unless you actually do it and can prove it, it doesn't mean anything. I do this every day for a job. And I've done it every day for a job for a long time. And prior to me doing it full time, I still did it as a job, because it was quite an important factor of a business that I had. Although it was on daily charts, so I only ever looked at it once a day or every other day. Now I'm looking at it every hour, so it's slightly different. Talking of things I look at, look who's turned up. Hello, Wink.
Yeah, it's Scruffy.
Is it? Mm-hmm. Bloody hell, you on the ball today, aren't you?
Mm-hmm.
Well.
Not in our face.
How good is that? Breakfast time. Actually, do you want to go out for breakfast?
You want, yeah?
Yeah, we'll go out for breakfast. I think that's the other thing. You can just up and go when you choose. But what was I talking about? Yeah. Shiny bollocks before I wind this up. I see a lot of glossy sort of videos and they do suck you in. And I guess that's where the emails I get come from. Because you'll see somebody saying, oh, I've got the latest shiny system and my mate's doing this, just following what I tell them. No. It's not that simple. Keep a journal first. Understand your pain thresholds. And understand what you're trying to achieve. And write it down. And that'll keep you on track. And that's what I'm kind of diving at when I sort of say strategy is the last part. Because you'll find your way eventually, whether you're using a simple moving average cross, which works very well on high time frames. If you're down on a low time frame, moving averages are too lagging and they will just cut you to ribbons. They'll work when the market is trending, but the market only trends about 30-35% of the time. The rest of the time it's in a range. It can be in a loose range. So they don't work. So you've got to be able to read the conditions. The journal will help you do that. But what it also does, it highlights your mistakes if you write them down and focus on your mistakes, your losses. And then what you'll do is you'll start edging them away. And it makes life a lot simpler. So the question that was asked was, what is the first question you, because I rephrased that. Because in the post, I said, look in the mirror. Basically I said, don't listen to anybody. Not even me. Don't even listen to me. You know, enjoy what I do. I do arse about in a lot of the videos, and I hope it's a bit entertaining for you. And hopefully you get something from it. And if you do hit the like button, because it's the only way this channel will continue. I said, your best teacher is you. Look in the mirror and you'll find your best teacher. And a chap asked, but what question do you ask? I thought, actually, that's quite a profound question. You're right. But the question you ask first, the number one question, which we'll leave on today, and we'll touch on this as we go through the week, is, are you a gambler? That is what you've got to ask yourself. Are you gambling? And if you can say no and put your hand on your heart and say no, in other words, you've planned your trade, you know your entry, you know your exit, you know your pain threshold of the amount of investment you're putting into that trade, and you know what the end goal is. You've planned it. If you just switch on your laptop, your computer, and it's a case of, here, give me a trade, I want a trade, show me a trade, and then you search through the markets, desperate to try and find one, you are gambling. And that's the very first question you have to ask yourself. Am I gambling? I'll let you think on that. And put your comments below. I do answer them. And it'd be interesting to see what you think. So as always, guys, trade well, keep your risk managed, but above all, do what you love, and the money will follow. See you all in the next one.